In this video, I'm going to demonstrate creating response tags for UltraBROKER. This is usually used when you have certain modalities or certain vendors that do not handle certain DICOM tags very well in the response to the DICOM Modality Worklist query. So you start with configuration options. In the DICOM settings tab, there is a button called response tags. This is where you define the tags that the broker responds with. By default, all of the tags will be selected, and you can certainly change the default behavior. But if you want to create a new profile for a new type of modality or a new vendor, you would click Create Profile. I usually name it based on the modality vendor that I'm creating it for. So let's say it's a Konica CR. So I have a new profile now for Konica CR, and I'm going to hit Default, which will select all the tags, and I'm going to deselect the ones that I know I do not want to send to the Konica CR. So for example, the scheduled procedure step sequence contains a lot of tags, but in this particular case, the Konica is not going to handle the scheduled procedure step ID very well. I want to turn that off. You can see it unselects everything in the scheduled procedure step sequence. Because it's a sequence, you have to turn off the entire sequence. You can't selectively turn off just certain items within the sequence. So I'm going to turn off the entire sequence for this particular modality. Once I've completed setting up these tags that I want to respond with in the modality worklist queries, I'm going to click on Commit to DB. And that'll commit this to the database, so now I'll have both options for modalities. So when I'm configuring a modality, so I'm going to go to the DICOM Clients tab. So here's a modality. I just have one on my broker. If this were a Konica CR, I would go in and change this to Konica CR for the response tag profile. And of course, I would have additional ones for other vendors. For example, I might have one for GECT, a different one for GEMR, a different one for Siemens, and so forth and so on. So that's how you set up your response tags for the UltraBROKER.